This video production is sponsored by RD Sales and Service Limited. We service what others sell. For all mechanical repairs, trust our professionals. RD Sales and Service is a proud sponsor of the number 17 Super Truck and Sprint Car.
The driver is Jamie Vernaus. Inside on row 2 in the pink 17, that's Tavia Dorge in the R&D Sales number 17. Outside on row number 2, the number 22 is Danik Picton. Danik Picton in that good-looking number 22. And on row 3, all by his lonesome, that is Rennie Poliuko. Irish guy, Rennie Poliuko. That's your lineup for the first of 2 heats tonight. Now, the drivers drew for their starting spots down in the pit area prior to the opening of tonight's program. And they will redraw again tonight. So for their feature lineups, normally being Wazota sanctioned track, we use three race point average. However, we are not going to do that tonight because no one's raced 3 nights. So as Rob Como forces his phone number on that young lady up there with the green flag, she holds it up saying, one more lap and we're going racing. Hey, don't forget, have you had a cheeseburger yet this year, Darren? I'll tell you, they've only gotten better over the winter. Fries and gravy, oh boy. Me and Jenny Craig were down there for fries and gravy. They're tasty. So we got some great prizes tonight, courtesy of Dynasty Bathrooms, and we got some trivia questions. And I come up with a trivia question right off the front page of that program. So if you got a free program on your way in tonight, look that over. There is a trivia question on there and the answer. We'll get to that in just a little bit. I believe we're ready to go this time. We'll need a fuel stop here in a minute. We are getting ready to go green. The green is flying. Martine, you're hired. Como, you're fired. Catch you later. Careful on that ladder now. We should have went down there and give her a hand with that. Thank you, Martine. You too could be throwing the green flag. Get in on our Facebook contest. Look at the race right out of the box here in turn 4. The number 18 of Dustin Inns. The Inns brothers, number 18. He's your leader, but slides it off the top, and the Dynasty Bathrooms, number 2, inherits the lead. Inns back on the racetrack, and some opening day gremlins bothering the number 73 truck of Rene Paluco. And who else is back there? The number 22.
Well, of course, Jamie Vernaus, Pat, the 2012 Red River Co-op Speedway points champion in the Super Truck division, and his dad started this place 40 years ago.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He started building it about 42 years ago. It opened 40 years ago this summer. And Pete and his entire family and lots of volunteer help put the place together over a number of weeks and weeks, months of work. Well, the way around this place looks to be the bottom on the corners right now. Jamie Vernaus in the Dynasty Bathrooms, number 2, has got it down around the bottom, as does Tavia Dorge. Check out that hot pink helmet in that number 17. Tavia Dorge, the hot pink helmet and driver's suit in the number 17. R&D Sales sponsored number 17, driven by Tavia Dorge. This time by, the white flag will fly. 1 to go for Jamie Vernaus in the Dynasty Bathrooms. Joey's Only Seafood, number 2. Second right now is Tavia Dorge. Third is Dustin Inns. In the Wazota classes with 2 heats, I believe it's 4 or 5 draw. This class is not Wazota sanctioned, so that could be different, but we'll let you know. Checkered flag flies, the first checkered flag of the year. Flies for Jamie Vernouse in the number 22. Dynasty Bathrooms, Joey's Only Seafood, number 2. Second goes to Tavia Dorge in the pink 17. And rounding out the top 3, the number 18 of Dustin Enns.
Well, Pat, Dynasty Bathrooms invites all the patrons of Co-op Speedway to visit their showroom and see the new line of toilets, faucets, and bathroom fixtures. Whether it's a kitchen faucet or a bathroom faucet, our staff will be glad to show you the full lineup of toilets, faucets, and fixtures. Come in and visit Dynasty Bathrooms at 369 Logan Avenue.
The only kind of faucet those guys don't have is a Rick faucet, and he's going to be out here in a little bit racing his late model.
Right on. And of course, buy your 50-50 tickets today, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, first prize is half of the money collected in the 50-50 draw. Second prize is a 6-liter toilet courtesy of Dynasty Bathrooms. So 2 prizes to be given away here tonight, courtesy of Dynasty Bathrooms. All right, Pat, getting ready to go now with Super Truck Heat number 2. Starting on the pole in this one, this is an ex-Murray Cozy race truck. Murray, of course, has moved over to the Midwest Modified Division, which runs here on Monday nights. But driving the truck number 5 here in Heat number 2 of the Super Truck Division is the 5, Glenn Manning. And outside of him, driving the 1, George Balkin. Of course, George, a former Super Stock competitor, and has now moved to the Super Truck Division, driving the Dynasty Bathrooms number 1. Inside of row 2, the 04 entry is Wayne Grosky. On the outside of Wayne, in the 29, is Derek Pollock. And rounding out the field is Mark. That's all we got. Zondag? Okay, Mark Zondag. Thanks very much. Mark Zondag driving the 67 truck inside of row number 3. Don't forget the concession area remains open. If you're hungry or thirsty, get yourself something hot to eat or cold to drink at the concession area. We also have our official Red River Co-op Speedway merchandise trailer. That is at the top of the hill, located behind the VIP suites. Get on over there and check out the all-new merchandise available for 2013. Big news here next week at Red River Co-op Speedway, and you can like us on our Facebook page for contests, but of course Sprint Cars coming to town here at Winnipeg. So we're looking forward to that next week right here at Red River Co-op Speedway. A slightly abbreviated season, of course, with the rain and the rough weather, but we are back. 40th season right here at Red River Co-op Speedway, and we are looking forward to an excellent 2013 season. Well, Pat, of course, this place was 40 years ago. This place was actually in operation, and you were a big part of that back then. Let's talk a little bit about the previous history.
No, I was a fan here back then, paying my $4 or whatever it was to get in. Friends of mine raced at Brooklyn Speedway on Wednesday nights, and when Pete and his family built this place, they thought, well, we better race Tuesdays or we'll have no cars to race if we race Thursdays. So they raced Tuesday nights here at Winnipeg Speedway, it was called. And eventually Brooklyn Speedway went away. Wednesday night, wasn't enough people, there wasn't enough cars, and eventually Brooklyn's closed, unfortunately. But, you know, a city this size, motorsports is big, but back then, you know, people were not as mobile, and there wasn't as many ways for people to find out what was going on, where it was going on, all the rest of it. So things were way different back then. The seats you're sitting on now are a whole lot different than those planks we used to have back here in the 70s.
Well, Pat, you know, you talk about that. I started coming here in about 1977 or 78 and always grew up on dirt track racing. I knew that Brooklyn Speedway, of course, was asphalt, and I had the opportunity to be in Halifax last weekend, and I saw an asphalt stock car race, a track a little smaller than this. And exactly. Wow. Are we lucky to have dirt racing here in Manitoba? Much, much, much more exciting.
Well, you know, if you need a fix for asphalt racing, you could just get a toy set, a toy train set, and watch it go around, because it's very similar. Well, we're lined up with Heat 2, and we're ready to go, Darren.
Well, thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Rob Como, our flagman, looks them over. This is Super Truck Heat number 2, our second heat of the year. Green flag is out. We are racing. Glenn Manning gets a good jump on the field. In the second spot, Wayne Grosky, followed by the 1 of George Balkin. George should take to this truck quite quickly. These are very similar to Super Stocks, and that's what George previously raced. Balkan in the Dynasty bathrooms. Balkan and Sons #1. Coming up on the inside of the 04 of Grosky now, but Grosky getting a good drive off of turn number 2. Derek Pollock in the 29 in 4th, and here goes Balkan now. CJOB 68, #1 into the 2nd spot. Glenn Manning continues to lead. He is looking great in that ex-Murray Cozy race truck. Manning driving the Ivans Auto Body #5. That is a great looking race truck up front. Grosky battling with Balkan. Grosky taking the 2nd spot back. Two heats of Super Truck racing here tonight. Mark Zondag trailing the field over in turn number 3 in the 67. Your leader coming around to lap Zondag now. Balkan going to take another stab at the 04 of Grosky. Two laps remaining now on the Pepsi board, 2 to go for the #5. While that truck's so far up front, it's going to remain minty. He is not tangling with anybody. Glenn Manning way out front now and in command. White flag is out for the Mechanicore #5. Grosky holding firmly to the 2nd spot, Balkan 3rd. Your leader coming out of turn number 4, and your 2nd heat winner of the year is going to be Glenn Manning in the LD Electric #5. 2nd spot, the GW Transmission 04. That is Wayne Grosky 2nd. 3rd, the Dynasty Bathroom CJOB 68, Balkan and Sons #1. George Balkan coming home in the 3rd spot unofficially.
Well, Glenn Manning kind of made it look pretty easy over there in the Nick at Nate's Landscaping #5. You know, we've seen him race and we've seen him do a good job, but on occasion, Glenn has been a little short on equipment. Well, he's got good equipment this year, so the guys in that class are, I'd say they better have their heads up because he's going to be quick.
Get on the open road with an RV from Big Country. Whether you are looking for new, pre-owned, or rental, we'll find the RV perfect for you. Get more for from your investment. Our owner management program provides storage, maintenance, and income in return for letting us rent it whenever you are not using it. Call us today at 883-2547. Proud sponsor of tonight's event, Big Country RV.
All right, thanks, Darren. We're going to...
For more great videos on racing, check out the Manitoba Racing Network at www.manitobaracing.network.com.